Still, a little side note to y'all: don't have a gun in your lap when you go through a drive-thru. Here's what happened: this guy, apparently, he was getting some Taco Bell at 1 a.m. and he dropped some change out the window. Don't you hate that when you like the exchange of money, you drop it? So he opened the door to lean over to grab the change off the ground, and the gun went off in his groin, and he died.
Ooh, oh, what a way to take yourself out!
He didn't even get to eat his Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he got to keep his change. It's just a sad story. Put it over there, though. Okay. We have been kind of, I don't know what the word, grooming. That's the word I'm looking for. Grooming our very own street meat to be a news reporter because Gary Spivey, Psychic to the Stars, told us that he sees street meat as a news person.
Yep.
Right.
Doing the news. So we said, hey, and this was yesterday. We went, hey, tomorrow we will see if we, in fact, think he is a newsworthy type of guy. So now keep in mind, this poor kid had to stay up till 1 a.m. last night and do the West Hollywood Gay F Fest.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Halloween costume carnival.
Right.
Gay Fest.
So this is his first one ever. Is this the first time he's really officially been on the air?
As doing a feature.
Well, remember,
Street meat, can you come here?
he did those interviews that
did,
time.
right.
We put him out and he did the press junket interviews.
Yeah.
The movie stars. He did those.
Yeah, that was good. Do you want to call your mom or something?
No.
Why?
You don't want her to hear you? Or
Yeah.
your
Are you
news
embarrassed?
debut?
Yeah.
Are you ashamed of your work?
Never ashamed of my work.
Yeah.
Never.
Do you want to call? Here, call somebody. Let's
Call your
somebody.
Aunt Chippy. Remember, she
Yeah,
wanted to
call
talk
her.
to us anyway.
Call somebody. We're gonna put her on. We're gonna put her on hold, and like she gets to listen to this.
Right.
Who's
live.
that girl you hooked up with the boat on Saturday? Let's call her.
Let's call the girl. Let's call the girl that you guys tried to hook me up with at that bachelor event.
Wow, you ever? No, let's call a relative.
Oh, why you have her
Yeah,
number
I
still?
don't-
That was a
who-
while
and who
ago.
is that girl?
Remember in Newport when we
Oh,
put that
yeah,
girl assigned to him and then he
yeah.
You
ditched
didn't
her?
even like her. You were all mad at us.
I
Yeah, and he
just
ditched her.
concentrate on getting Auntie Jane's phone number, whatever her name is. What was her
Yeah.
name? Auntie who?
I got you.
Why do you have a 21 on your necklace?
My favorite number.
Who was the favorite number?
That's when he
What's your
stopped.
favorite?
That's when he stopped progressing.
That was it right
Because
there.
that's the perfect age for a guy. 21, it's
All
over.
right, are you just going to find a number in there?
Well, yeah,
Thank you.
I got it. But and not only that, he handed it to me like he doesn't know how to dial.
Right. Oh, I thought you took it from him finally.
No, he just he's like, here, dial this number. Who is this?
This is Dora.
Who's Dora?
Tanti.
Who?
It's his
Tanti.
aunt.
All right, Jesus.
Yeah.
Aunt Dora, the explorer.
You give him one news article to read, and all of a sudden he becomes
He's a
like all
superstar,
pretentious.
I know.
Like Ryan Seacrest in the making over here. Hi, who's this?
Dora.
Hi, Dora.
Hi, Dora.
It's Jamie, Jack, and Stench, and your nephew.
Hold on 1 second, okay?
Oh, sure.
None of my
Is-
I
time,
have a
Dora.
client on the phone. Hold
Oh,
on.
well, get rid of that person.
What does Dora do?
Yeah, what
Hold
does
on.
Dora do?
Hello.
Sewing industry.
Who?
Sewing industry. Remember, everything with him is the industry. Remember the,
Oh, yeah.
the bread making
You know,
industry.
I'm at work just like you guys.
All right, Dora.
Oh, right. And you're in the sewing industry?
I'm in the needlepoint.
Oh,
Industry.
Custom needlepoint.
custom needle points.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Or the sewing industry.
The sewing industry. So bobble and thread.
No, actually, you got it all wrong. It's not bobble
It's
and
yarn,
thread.
right? Yarn and
That's right.
Needles.
And a canvas. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
clothing.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like cross stitch?
I do that as well, but this is basically a needlepoint canvas where you do...
Because I do cross-O's.
Like you
You
do
do.
Elvis and stuff.
I
on
do
them,
latch
right?
hook.
Yeah, you do latch.
Hey,
but I'm
hey,
just,
Jamie.
What?
Jamie, you need to start doing something for your new baby.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, hey,
Latch
listen.
hook.
Here's the deal. Your nephew, how are you related to this fine young feller?
Absolutely. He's the greatest kid around.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. And are you his mom's sister?
No, I'm his dad's sister.
Okay. All right. That was close. You know, it had to be one or the other, really. Anyway,
Absolutely.
so here's the deal. I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to let him do his first newscast ever, okay?
Okay.
And what I'd like for you to do, because you're a relative and you know, you'll be honest with the young chap, you just absolutely be honest and give him a good old critique about it, okay?
Okay.
All right, like, you know, Philip Palmer, like, what would Philip Palmer say? All right, so,
Okay.
all right, so hold on.
All right, I'm
okay.
going to make this sound
Does
official,
she know
okay?
about the psychic is told that you're going to be a superstar newscaster?
And I'm going to walk down Hollywood Boulevard in a pink thong.
Yeah.
Oh, did they say that too?
Remember? Spivey said that too.
All right. Okay, here we go. Jack.
Now, a Star 98.7 News Update.
Investigators are trying to find out who is responsible for dismembering a body and dumping the parts along Highway 138 in San Bernardino. At a first glance, witnesses still think they were seeing Halloween props strewn down the highway, but it was no act. Last night, 36 million 5 to 13-year-old kids strapped on their costumes and went door to door in search of candy. One irate parent was concerned about the obesity level of children and how it was on an all-time rise. She said dueling out handfuls of high-calorie snacks can seem inappropriate, but dueling baby carrots into kids' sacks, well, that can land you on the trick end of trick or treat. In Fargo, North Dakota, a 50-year-old woman could not have had a greater birthday. A former attorney general and a candidate for governor placed a donkey in her front yard to give to her as a present. After she received the donkey, she said, "It's just the cutest thing you've ever wanted to see. We're fond to give each other live animals, and these animals need to be the center of attention." That's your latest news. I'm Street Meat Alex for Star 98.7.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice for his first one ever. Very nice.
Hey, I can't find anything wrong with that.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Let's go back through it. We can find.
Yeah, let's go back through. Okay, first of all, did you feel like he had some phlegm in his throat?
No, absolutely not.
No, you didn't hear the
He
phlegm?
was out till 1 o'clock in the morning chasing gay guys.
Because it was, that's the reason why he's very flamboyant.
Yes,
Oh,
flamboyant.
well.
Number 2, the overuse of dueling. Did you
Yeah,
hear
dueling.
the overuse of dueling? Dueling out the candy and dueling something else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dueling
a
out
little
carrots.
bit.
Yeah, okay. The dueling, so too much dueling. Number 3, or whatever, number 1. There wasn't a big separation between the stories. I got confused.
Yeah, they kind of ran together a little.
That was editing. That was an editing issue, and that might be my fault because I didn't. I just showed him, hey, here's how you make an edit. So I didn't
He
actually
could
do
just
it
pause.
for him.
A pause is an edit.
Yeah. No, I
Okay.
had him. He went through and edited it down.
Right,
so that
but he
might
could
be
just
my fault.
pause
Yeah.
and then read the next
Dramatic
one.
pause.
And
He
then-
only does what you teach him.
Right, exactly. And then I heard a lot of this. Da-da-da-da-da. And da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, he was great. He
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
was great.
Biddy-dee-dee-dee-dee. Jack, play some of that. Let's see the musical.
Investigators are trying to find out who's responsible for dismembering a body and dumping the parts along Highway 138 in San Bernardino.
Jamie.
At a first
Hold
glance,
on.
witnesses still think they were seeing Halloween props strewn down the highway, but it was no act. Last night, 36 million 5 to 13-year-old kids strapped on their costumes and went
13?
door to door in search
5
of
to
candy.
13-year-old
One
kids.
irate parent was concerned about the obesity level of children and how it was on an all-time rise. She said dueling out handfuls of high-calorie snacks can seem inappropriate, but dueling baby carrots into kids' sacks, well, that can land you on the trick end of
dueling
trick or
crap.
treat. In Fargo, North Dakota, a 50-year-old woman could not have had a greater birthday. A former attorney general and a candidate for governor placed a donkey in her front yard to give to her as a present. After she received the donkey, she said,
There's
"It's
a little
just
bit
the
of
cutest
confusion
thing
for me
you've
in that
ever
story.
wanted to see. We're fond to give each other live
gave the
animals,
donkey
and these
to who?
animals
I
need to
have
be
no
the
idea.
center of attention."
I
That's your
love a
latest news.
donkey.
I'm Street Meat Alex
Who
for
gave the
Star
donkey to who?
98.7.
Did the
The
senator
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 did.
did. The senator
Gave it to a lady.
give it to
Gave it
who?
to the old lady for
Oh.
her birthday.
All right. You know
My
what?
senator gave me nothing.
What do you think?
I like it. Just first try.
It would give him another shot.
Today?
Yeah, we have another.
Yeah.
We have news at 9
Another one
o'clock.
top of the hour? That means
Yeah.
he's got to get cracking.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. McCracken. And you need it out. Like, you know, you need it like a catchphrase.
Peace out.
What did he? No,
Yeah.
he gave you something
No,
else.
he
he
did.
said, alrighty then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so give us
alrighty
the
then.
alrighty then.
You got it.
All right, thank you. That was a fine job.
Good
Hey,
job.
Auntie,
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
we're going to give him another shot.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
right.
thought he did a fine job for his first time. Didn't even seem
Yay.
nervous at all, did he?
No, I don't think so. I think he did an excellent job.
I think
but-
he seemed solid. I think he seemed solid. He didn't seem nervous. We just need to break up the stories a little bit, but I think that's just because that was a timing thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, well, Auntie, we are very, very excited to have you on the show. Is there anything that we need to know about this promiscuous young man?
Just that he's a great young guy. And
You
he's
know
gonna
he
make
went
it.
to an adult bookstore before Yom Kippur, right?
Yep.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
he
you know
watched
that
quarter
last
porn
night he
movies.
went to a gay section of town and almost got his ass kicked by single men?
Yep.
He can handle himself. I'm
Yeah.
sure he did just fine.
Yeah.
So you know he went to Homoville.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
got
he
to
bu-
do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
He was wearing only chaps and pasties.
Right, and he was bending over, looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Were they buttless chaps?
Yes.
Are there any other kind?
All right, Auntie, we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your embroidery business.
Thank
industry.
you very much.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
bye-bye.
Everything's an industry.
Right.
I
Yeah.
forget. All right. Hey, are these people here yet?
Yes, they are, and they will be in next.
Okay. We have the people that wrote the book. It's called The Breakup because it's broken. When we come back.
Email Jamie Jack.
Could you please tell me why the bridge is on fire? I'm very concerned.
They don't know.
I mean, this is like terrorism or something.
I don't think it's terrorism, but they
It
don't
looks
know
like terrorism.
why it's on
I mean, I
fire.
don't know what terrorism looks like, but it feels like it looks like terrorism. If I was going to guess, I would feel like that would.
Okay, if I was going to take out a big strategic target, Beverly Boulevard and Pico would not be it.
No,
Right.
No.
I don't
Alright,
think that's
okay.
like one of the, on the hot list of targets in Los
It's just
Angeles.
weird that this whole entire bridge is on fire. I don't know if there's a bunch of trolls under there. You know, what was that show where you had they had that wheel and they spun stuff? Rumpelstiltskin, wasn't he? I think Rumpelstiltskin and friends they're all on fire. Weren't they trolls?
Yeah. Bunch of trolls under the bridge.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
The
Then they
Rumpelstiltskin.
eat your
I know
goat.
The goat one. What was
Yeah,
that one?
they
Billy
eat the
Goat
goat.
Gruff or
Billy
whatever.
Gold Gruff and friends. They're all
Yeah.
on fire. Anyway, all right. Hey, it is this it's a very special.
It is.
It's very special Therapy Tuesday. Usually it's Thursday, but today it's Tuesday. It's a very special one because we like this guy a lot. He wrote you that book. He's just not that into you, remember?
I do remember.
He was on Oprah and she talked about it and then he made millions.
He was on the couch. He didn't even jump.
Exactly. That was great. She didn't have that one yet.
Oh,
That
okay.
makes people
Yeah,
jump.
new couch.
Anyway, so
That's right.
then he realized, my God, I've got something here. I made millions while I was on Oprah for He's Just Not That Into You. I'll write a new book. And by golly, he did another honest book, and it's called A Breakup Because It's Broken. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Behrendt.
Yes!
Yay! And you brought your lovely wife. I'm so happy.
Yeah, well, we wrote the book together, so I figured she could tag along.
Oh, you wrote it too?
I did.
Because you know that last bitch you wrote one with, he never gave any credit for.
Whoa, hang on
Back
now.
up, back up, back up.
What are you doing to me? Why are you doing that to me so early in the morning? Holy cow.
You know, that poor
Mr.
girl.
Chillo is the co-author of the other book. She also created the WB hit, not so much of a hit, Related. She's a very talented woman.
Right, I know she's talented, but you didn't let her talk on Oprah.
I'm not sure that was my doing.
Greg's
I
just
did
so
not
much more
let her talk on
fascinating.
Oprah. I did not let her talk on Oprah.
You did not
She
not
was
let
not
her.
asked as many questions.
Oh, all right. She didn't even get to sit on the main stage. She was out in the audience.
I do not produce the Oprah Winfrey Show. I am just merely a guest.
Hey, Jack, why does his mic sound so empty?
Yeah, that's a problem with the room. In
Maybe
there.
that could be my soul.
Can you
Yeah.
just can you turn him up past us and maybe that'll pick it up a little bit?
How about that?
Oh, that's better. Okay.
I'll lean in even more.
Okay, because you were sounding empty. All right, and your lovely wife's name is Amiira.
That's me.
Amira, you are a beautiful, beautiful girl.
Well,
I must
thank
tell
you, but I'm spoken for.
Damn it to hell. Oh, well, you know what? You'll try once. Anyway, here's the thing. You both got together and you wrote a book called A Breakup Because It's Broken. Now, you two are together. What makes you write a book like this?
Good question.
It's an
Thank
excellent
you.
It's a
question.
fine question.
Thank you.
Because we are together, because we both got through devastatingly horrible breakups and figured out how to get through them and ended up being the best thing ever happened to us.
Or they were anticipating an Oprah Stedman breakup and thought this was a perfect way to get back on the show.
Well, we don't want to talk strategy,
that.
but
Oh, God. All right. So, and this makes you guys experts in this. It's called A Breakup Because It's Broken because you both have been through really bad relationships.
And I got a lot of letters after the last book going, awesome, now what do I do? You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Oh,
I've
that's
left
a
my
good
boyfriend,
idea.
now what happens?
Oh, well, you
Because
did.
I feel like crap, and I don't know
That's
how
a
to
better
get
way
past
to
it,
explain
and I want
it.
to call him.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, it was a combination of both those things.
So here's the deal, you guys. First of all, so is it a book about what you do now?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so it's really
how to
over.
move on.
it,
Yeah.
it's a book about what not to do and then what to do.
Okay, so for those of us that had held on way too long, I think what you're talking about, like, well, maybe really I'll call him and maybe we could be friends.
Right,
And,
right.
maybe we could just be friends. Or let's just go to lunch together, or let me take his stuff back. I'm sure he needs his stuff back.
All of that stuff is covered in there. That's exactly right. Those are everything you just said those are all the things you can do wrong. Those are all bad ideas.
Bad for
Being
getting
friends
on with your life.
ideas, yeah, being friends is a bad idea at first. Bringing his stuff back is just an excuse to see him. It's just those are all the ways that we use to stay hooked into that person when we really should move on.
What's the time frame? 'Cause there's
60
people
days.
that are friends.
Here's how we do it.
No,
Here's
the
how we do it.
friends. When can you be friends again?
Long time.
Like
Long time.
3 years, 4 years.
There's
or so?
no real. You'll decide after you've spent some serious time up front without them. You know what I mean? Then you'll feel better, and then you'll decide
And
whether
if you
it
find
happens.
somebody new, it depends on their feelings too.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's nothing worse than starting to date someone and they're like, I'm best friends with all my exes.
I hate
those.
Isn't that the worst?
Oh,
I'm
that's
dating
great.
one of those guys now. I'm
Yeah.
best friends with all my exes.
Yeah, no, that's so creepy. I don't. Well, I
It
don't
is
want to be.
creepy.
I don't want to be best friends with all your exes. So
They're
goodbye.
exes for
Yeah.
a reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Why do you got one foot? Because you still have one foot in that relationship in some weird way. You know what I mean? So we sort of like we really say no friendship. Don't be friends right off the bat. Don't try and do it.
There's
Don't
just
stay
no
hooked in.
reason.
No.
There's just no
and
reason.
it's creepy for other people. It's weird.
Well, it's like you said. I mean, because I think FP and I tried that friendship thing forever, but it was really two people that never moved
Well,
on.
you end up getting back together too. You're
Yeah,
friends.
we-
you
well,
get
we
back together,
bone
you
all the
break up.
time.
Yeah, it's
and
on and on.
it's not the relationship you negotiated at the beginning. So now ultimately, if you've been dumped, now you're taking a demotion.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, now I'm just a friend. Is that it?
You've
right.
been demoted.
Yeah. So what you
Yeah.
can say, what we say is you go, you know what? I don't actually need to be, like, especially.
I have friends, yeah.
The dumper always wants to be friends. Like, let's be friends. Like, you know what? I have friends. I'll keep your resume on file, but thanks.
Yeah. Ooh,
I hear-
I
I
like
hear-
We're not,
it.
I
ta-
hear
we're not
they're
taking
hiring-
applications right now for
Yeah.
friendship.
I hear they're hiring over at Starbucks.
This is good. All right, so for all you girls and guys, I think that they have a really good point, and it's from both the male and female perspective, so they can see both sides of it, and they can help you out with any questions. And there are you lingerers. You guys are like dingleberries.
Klingons.
Yeah, you just order that, and you just hang on. You're just hanging on. You're hanging on. So I think they can give you the true story. If it's really broken, you can tell them the signs, and they can tell you if it's really broken and this is a breakup, or if it's a sabbatical. Anyway, okay, you guys, we are so excited to have. Hey, by the way, Stench called you a friend.
I said our friend. He's been on the show 3 times
That's
now.
very sweet. Thank you, Stench.
I don't
feel
consider-
that way about you too, man.
Thank you.
I don't. Do you know his number?
Yeah.
Do you guys call each
We
other?
went
Like,
trick or
We
treating
text.
with the kids
We
last
text
night.
a lot.
You
We do a lot of
text?
texting a lot. Bro, nice show today. Way to go, bro.
'cause,
Hilarious.
it's bra now.
Yeah.
A bra.
Yeah, it's
What's
bra.
up, bra?
The bro is over. I know this. It's
You know,
bra.
everything we're saying is wrong because none of us in this room really actually know what the kids are saying.
No, it's bra.
None of it. Yeah.
And they're like, bra,
What's up, bro?
bra.
Yeah.
And the A is not even really defined. It's just more of bra.
Bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I know this because I'm going to marry a child.
Nice one.
All right, so here is he considered you a friend, and that's fine, whatever. Greg Behrendt is here with us, and his lovely, and amazingly hot, and just had has a 7-month-old baby, and so obviously like a puker or something.
A 7-month-old?
She has a 7-month-old.
I thought you said a 7-year-old.
No.
7 months.
7
7 months and 3.5
body
years.
is 7
That
months.
is amazing. That is
Why, thank you. I'm
7-month-old.
coming more often.
That is
No, I'm
amazing.
just
7-month-old.
Yeah, that and
Greg,
she
you
has
didn't tell me how nice they were.
They're very nice.
and she has a hickey.
That's actually my birthmark, but don't I look like a little tramp
Yeah,
with this?
that's a nice look because
Yeah.
it looks like he gives you a
It's a
hickey.
hickey.
I know. It looks like I get some hot loving every night, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, you got some like I don't know, 7 and 9. That's 16 months ago. All right, so they wrote a new book. It's called "The Breakup Because It's Broken," and they're doing a book signing tonight at Borders in Torrance at 7:30 p.m. Again, Borders in Torrance at 7:30 tonight. And it looks like another great book by you. I don't know what your deal is. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. I've always said this. I used to say this to my old partner when he had a TV show. I'm like, could some man go on television and be honest? Could somebody just tell the truth about the guy side?
Yeah, I think that's sort of what we've done.
You know, like how you're a dick, how to play you, everything. No, I'm not kidding.
But here's the thing you guys don't know. Like, we're just so not that complicated. And if you read, there's a book out right now called The Future of Men. Men are doomed. Do you get that? You guys run the show. You only think that we do in some weird way, and
No,
you
did
let
you
us.
see that one,
We're going to be out of business really soon.
Did you see that one show where you can train your husband to be like a dog? Like you use the same principles.
Reality
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, it's a British reality. You use the same principles of training a dog
Yeah.
with snacks.
And
Food and pet art.
I
and then
love
at the end
snacks.
of this train, are you still sexually attracted to him or not at all?
I don't know. I didn't see the rest of the show.
Yeah,
That's-
A lot of
that
those
seems-
reality
that-
shows are
that's-
exciting at the beginning.
Yeah, that seems like it could be dangerous.
I do like snacks.
Maybe
though.
you should strive for
When are we
equality.
getting snacks? Are there going to be snacks? Somebody said something about snacks.
Definitely
You like
snacks.
And
don't
it's
you?
like, hey, if you're on your good behavior, I'll give you a snack and I'll pet you later. Done.
I
Yeah.
love snacks.
It's kind
I
of
love
like
snacks.
that, yeah.
Cool.
All right, so here we go. I think these people are really hurting, so they need your help. Here's George. Is it George, the one George,
Oh,
or
I
the
hope
new
not
George?
Crazy George again.
George?
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
George.
How's it going?
Are you sad?
Oh, sometimes.
It's okay, George. We're here to help. It's Therapy Tuesday, a very special
On
one.
Therapy Tuesday, men can weep.
Yes.
That's
And
good.
it's better
That's
for our
good.
show. All right,
So
go ahead.
how do you stop obsessing over somebody that dumped you?
Oh.
How do you stop obsessing over somebody that dumped you? Well, here's a good thing. And also, by the way, there is a chapter in this book. It's geared towards women. There is a chapter in the book called "Dude, Get Off Her Lawn."
And it's for you, George. We wrote it for you, George.
We are trying to help. We are trying to help. I mean, what are the things? Are you staying away from this person? Are you still in contact with them?
Completely.
So, and what other things are you doing in your life to make yourself feel better about yourself?
Just working out like a madman.
You're working out. You buying new clothes. You going to new places. You know what?
Trying to go out, trying to meet girls.
How long has it been?
It's been over a month.
Okay, dude, you got time.
It's still fresh.
It's still fresh, man. It's just gonna rock. But here's the thing: you got to give
But
yourself.
I like that he has activities.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Look at what you've done so far. You've handled yourself with dignity. You're doing something about it. It's just gonna take time. You're just gonna ride it out. But eventually, it's gonna get better. So just keep doing stuff to make yourself feel better.
Don't call.
Yeah, don't call.
Yeah, no call.
Don't call.
But
Don't
we
be
like
friends.
what you're doing, George.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really a high road.
Yeah, think about did you guys live together? Did she stay at your place?
No, it was actually a short-term relationship. We were only together about 4 months.
Okay.
And
So
you
it wasn't
loved her?
it wasn't a long-term deal.
Okay.
Has it been your only girlfriend or something? Are you a dork and
Oh,
you
no.
got lucky?
All right.
Well, I'm just thinking, how can you be that in love over 4 months?
You never know though.
It happens fast. You know how it happens
People
fast.
get hooked in quick.
What happened though? I mean, where'd she go? What happened?
I have no idea. It was just she called over the phone and just said she couldn't see me anymore.
Oh.
That is a hard one to swallow.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
it was
But
brutal.
she's-
Everything was perfect up to that point, by the way. It
Yeah.
was like a fairy tale.
Oh. And
Well,
you don't know
here's
why? You don't have any
here's the thing.
closure?
The thing that drives you
closure,
crazy
no
is the
closure.
why.
Yeah.
It's the why, not having the closure that drives you crazy. But the only
Yeah, of
closure you
course.
need is that even if you guys both loved puppies and Mexican food, you both don't have the thing in common that's the most important, which is that you think the relationship can go forward. And that's all the
that's
why
beautiful.
you need.
And also, dude,
Puppies
she
and
likes.
Wow,
she-
did you hear that, George? That's all the why you need.
And here's a better
I thought
why.
that was really smart.
Because she thought you were too hot. She loved you too much. Does that make you feel better? That's the only other why that
But
could
I
be
think
better.
you have to go back to the other part.
Yeah.
Say that again to him if you could, because I don't even know if he caught it. But okay, so you guys had a lot of things in common, okay?
You have everything in common except for the belief that the relationship can move forward, and that trumps every other thing you had in common.
That's good.
It is-
So
it's
that's
brilliant.
That's the why right
Because
there.
we all hold on to all the other stuff of like, yeah, but we like Mexican food, we like puppies, and then what you just said is, yeah, but one of you didn't want to be in the relationship. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Hey, and you know what else, George? She's kick-ass, and I mean, you're kick-ass, and she blew it. So there you go.
Oh, that was a good one. That made him feel really good.
Yeah.
So much he hung up. No, I hung up on him.
That's all right.
Hey, this is a good one too, Mary. Hi, Mary. They're all good. Mary?
Yeah.
Hi, go ahead, my darling.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey, we're good.
Hey, I'm calling because my sister just can't seem to let go. She was dating this guy for 10 months. She said, I love you first, which we all told her was stupid, but she did. And he was doing things like taking her to meet his parents and all these events. I even went to Christmas with his parents, for goodness sake. And all these things. And then he gave up his waterbed because she didn't like it and got a new bed. All these things that indicated
Quality guy.
they had a future, but he couldn't come up
talk
with the
about
I
the
love
waterbed.
you.
Yeah. First off, he owned a waterbed.
Right.
So he's
Right.
that guy. And
Where
that-
can you get one?
You're never not,
But it
he's
was
never not going to be that guy. So remember that. Did he also get rid of his van?
It was his first house. So he
I
was
know,
still
but I
getting
mean,
out
where
of that
does one get a
maturity.
waterbed these days?
Well, and he was 41 and never married.
41 with
He got it
waterbed?
for high school
But my
graduation.
sister's
Does he
boy
iron his
never
clothes on
married.
his futon?
Well, that was in the guest room.
Oh, of course.
But no, he got rid of the waterbed. He got a queen size bed for her and took
That
her
is
crappy
commitment.
bed to his house. All these things that indicated he was looking toward a future, but he never came up with the goods of I
You
love
know
you.
that you've lost us. Like, you
Right.
know that we can't even.
Do you
like,
know the moving of furniture does not make a committed relationship?
I gotta say, and also he realizes he went, wow, he got better during the relationship and probably thought maybe I can do better. You know, now that I don't have that waterbed, I could probably get a lot of girls over here. The waterbed was killing me. The waterbed was my Achilles heel. I'm better now.
Here's Gabby. Hi, Gabby. Can I tell you I secretly want one, though, again in my life, like a waterbed? I really
Okay.
do.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
All right.
secretly, don't you want him to come back?
Until you lay down there at 7 or 8 months pregnant and now have to call someone to help come get
Right,
you off.
but like in a guest bedroom, don't you think it'd be a nice little novelty? You know, not to really sleep on every night, just in a guest bedroom.
And
No, I know. Is that so your guests won't stay very long?
Well, not like a
Is
guest
that
bedroom.
like don't get too comfortable?
Yeah, I don't know
Not
about
like
the
a guest
waterbed.
bedroom that anybody uses. Just like that room. Don't you have a room that you never use that your shoes live in?
I don't, but I
They
kind
have
of like that
kids.
idea.
When you
yeah,
have
we have
kids, you
children.
lose
Oh.
that room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to understand that there's
You're-
primary colored plastic things all over our house
Oh,
because there's
see, I
children.
have shoes.
Right.
And so my shoes live in this room without, they just live in this
That's
room.
Don't get used to the shoe room. That
Yeah,
goes
that's gonna
away,
be filled with
trust me.
skateboards. It sounds
Right.
like
7 months.
Yeah.
Dude, bitches.
7 months.
bra.
7 months, brah. Hi, Gabby.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Jamie.
Yes.
Jackson. You rule.
We
We
roll.
Jamie, congratulations on your baby.
Thank
So
you.
excited for you. So excited. Makes me want to be pregnant, but no. I just have
Makes
a
me want to
question.
adopt. Well, yeah, go ahead.
Greg, when someone says it's over, my husband, for example, it's over, how do you make it over when he continues to call and just make little excuses to see you? I mean,
Yeah. You shut him
excuses-
down. You shut him down. You don't take his calls.
How do you do that?
You just say, don't call. Stop
Let it go to
calling me."
voicemail.
Let it go to voicemail. Tell him stop calling. Say,
Block.
look, look,
block
you-
his phone number.
You ended it. We're done. Like, this was your decision, bro. Now you live with it. Stop calling me. Stop bugging me. You don't have kids, right?
I have an 11-year-old daughter, and he's been with her since she was 6. So
yeah.
that
Tell him to
makes
get
it-
out of your life. Tell him he.
Because it's not good for the kid either.
It's
On again,
not.
off again, on again.
Yeah, no, it's not good for her to for your kid to see that. So yeah, no, just tell him to stop calling. Like people always say that, like, well, he keeps calling. Well, don't answer the phone. I mean, look, we do it with bill collectors all the time. Or when telemarketers call at nighttime, you're like, you know what, I'm having dinner. Sorry, bye. Same thing. Treat him like a telemarketer.
Treat him like a telemarketer.
Yeah, but you still love him, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
there's the problem.
but he's keeping you hooked in, and he's the one that wanted to
And
end
he
it.
knows you still love him, so you're a sucker to him.
Yeah, getting played.
Yeah, that's what I am. I have an S on my forehead for sucker.
Yeah. So I always said, it depends, even though, I'm not one to speak, I just give good advice. It depends on what you think you're worth.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're worth
right.
more than that. So let's wash the sucker off your head, hot stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, that totally will get her going.
Yeah, you got to fire
That-
that.
wow,
What's he
yummy.
call?
My God, you're so cool. It's funny.
It's like you call in the middle of the night. That means it's a booty call. You
It's
just
a
call when
total-
you're
Well,
lonely and horny.
he knows that he owns her. And
Yeah.
then Greg was just trying to say, we women don't know the power and strength that we have. Like, we haven't even tapped into it because we're like, yeah, but I love you, man.
I know. It's like cut us off. Shut it down.
Yeah,
Here's
Shut
the
it
thing:
down.
men don't rise to the occasion because we women don't demand it of them.
you're right. We're just happy if they love us a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even a little. We'll take a crumb
Yeah.
instead of a cookie.
Exactly. Like,
I
oh,
mean,
you
what
like
happened
me?
to us?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I said this the other day. We were talking about this. It's like men all have that. You keep giving us the excuse that we're bad at communicating, so we're going to take it.
Yeah.
You're like, well, men are bad at communicating. Great, awesome. I'm sorry. The whole reason I ended up with that other girl is I'm bad at communicating. Does that work for you? I'm sorry. But if you take it away from us, because what a great day to be better at it.
That makes sense, although I hate your point. But it's true. All right, more of your calls. And don't forget that Amiira and Greg, the authors, you both wrote it, correct?
Yes. Co-authors.
It's called co-authors. It's called The Breakup because, duh, it's broken. I added the duh part. Just for flavor.
Sure.
It's called A Breakup because it's broken. They'll be at Borders tonight in Torts at 7:30, and it's a very special Therapy Tuesday, and we're taking all your calls, but I would give out the phone number, but there's no lines available. That in a minute. Okie dokie, friends. It's Amiira and Greg Bernhardt, and am I saying Bernhardt?
Behrendt.
Why did I say Bernhardt?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's
Because you
all
love
right.
Sandra Bernhardt so much because she was such an amazing guest.
yeah.
on the
Oh,
She's
show.
so nice
that
to us.
woman was
Fun, right?
a delight.
She's giddy.
Yeah.
She's really happy with who she is, and she's having a good time.
Miss
She's having to hang out with
personality.
me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yes, indeedy do. All right, I'm sorry. So Greg and Amiira Behrendt, they're here with us. They also wrote that book. Well, you were part of the Sex and the City. You were like a consultant.
I was a consultant for Sex and the City.
How does one become a consultant for Sex and the City?
You're friends with the executive producer. And
Yeah.
They need a straight guy, and they needed a straight guy.
Because I really thought, if you were, in fact, which I heard you were, responsible for a lot of the angles on that show, I thought it was really honest. I thought it was great, and I still TiVo it and stuff. And that's when you came up with the book, He's Just Not That Into You.
Right, which was really, it was just a conversation.
Right.
Literally just a girl saying, blah, 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 this guy doesn't want to sleep with me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, he's just not that into you.
And there it was.
Off to the races we went.
And so how did this come to fruition? It's called A Breakup because it's broken.
It was Amira's idea. She was the one that originally said, all these guys are going to get dumped, so we should write a book called "Dude, Get Off Her Lawn." And then, the publisher said, "That's
funny.
awesome." But
you were going to call it "Dude, Get Off Her Lawn."
Yeah, we included a chapter for the boys in the book called "Dude, Get Off Her Lawn," but we'd wanted to write the whole book.
For men.
But the publishers said, boys don't buy those kind of books.
Yeah, they won't buy these
How about
books.
for the ladies?
Yeah. Eventually, we're going to write a book for men, and it's just going to be a black book with a skull and crossbones on the front, and it's going to be called "I Don't Want to Talk About It." And it's just going to be all the things that men don't want to talk about, like how to break up and how they feel and blah, 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 blah.
Feelings by men. Here is Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa, on this very special Therapy Tuesday. By the way, you can meet both of the authors, co-authors, at what was that, Jack?
I don't know. You're slipping into an accent.
At Borders in Torrance at 7:30 tonight. Borders in Torrance. And like I tell y'all, I think there's nothing cooler than getting an autographed book for Christmas or birthday or something like that, because that means that you went out of your way.
Right.
It's bitching, if you will.
Unless it's from one of
Right,
us.
and when you're breaking up with somebody and you give them the book, it's so nice to have it signed to them. It means you really planned it out.
Jack, you're not helping. Alyssa?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Or, by the way, if you want to be incognito, you can just buy it on Amazon if you're too shamed.
Go online.
But I think they're going to offer you lots of advice tonight, too, as well, in Torrance.
Totally.
And a lot of people all jacked up in Torrance, by the way, all mentally just
Yeah, South Bay's crazy.
like totally broke up and like their hearts are broken. So it's going to be a good showing in Torrance.
Yeah.
Lots of issues. You guys should all go out for coffee. Have a little party afterward. Here's Alyssa again. I'm sorry, Alyssa. Go ahead.
It's okay. I was with my ex-girlfriend for almost 6 years.
She a lesbian.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
I got
all right, just helping.
Yeah.
We
I'm not the
broke up
brightest guy on
about
the block.
a year
but-
ago.
Yeah.
And we still say we love each other and say we still want to be together, but can't right now. But it's just it's really hard, and I don't know how to let go of her, and I don't know if I should let go of her, and she doesn't let me at the same time.
Well,
It's really
who broke it off?
I did.
And why'd you break it off?
Because I wasn't sure if I was with her for the wrong reasons, like if I was just too comfortable and if I thought I just needed her, if I was still really in love with her. And we didn't talk for 4 months. During that time, I realized I was still in love with her, but then it was too late and she didn't even want to speak with me. I know. But we've gotten to where we've tried to be friends, but we've both been in relationships since, and that makes it too complicated because we get jealous.
God, you guys are so much work.
It just sounds too
Yeah,
messy.
I know.
It sounds really, really messy, and it doesn't
It's
sound like
very
what.
messy.
You know what? If one of you really was into it, if you could make it work, you would. You guys have obviously made a valiant effort at making it work, and it sounds like it's not working. So I would just both of you cut each other off and move forward.
I
I
agree.
don't know how to do that. We've tried.
It's like this. You say stop calling me, and I'll stop calling you.
Change your number.
We've really both done that, and
Join
either
separate
she'll call or
softball
I'll
teams.
call.
No,
Separate softball teams. That was
God.
Jack. I agree. His mom is a lesbian, and he suggests separate softball teams.
That's a good way to start the separation.
I don't play softball.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Sorry.
Are you really a lesbian?
Yes.
Burn her
kidding.
copies of all the Melissa
you know
Etheridge
what?
CDs and
You
send
can-
her on her way.
You can say you're doing. You can say you're doing it, but you're not really doing it. You know, you are so staying hooked in. So you guys really need to separate.
Oh my God! You know what? First of all, Alyssa, don't be a dip crap and say we're really trying. You know that if you want to get away from somebody, you can.
But
Unless
it's
they're a
hard.
stalker.
It's so
Yeah, well, no,
hard.
well, a lot
She's
of
been my life for. I mean,
I know, but
I
that's
know,
the
but
thing.
you need to get a life for yourself
This
that
is
doesn't
comfort.
include her.
Right, and that's the thing. And we make this huge mistake, and I blame Cameron Crowe, but people cannot complete each other. So she's not your life. You need to be your life, and your life means getting rid of this other person and trying to figure out what that missing piece is for yourself.
I don't know how.
Yes, you do.
There's
you
a
know
lot
what?
of-
Okay, I have a
You're
theory
afraid
about this
to.
chick. This is my theory. My theory is, okay, she went out there to see if there were greener pastures, and then there weren't.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to come back to this chick. This chick's like, sorry, whatever. And now this girl is playing her, and she's just sticking around for it.
Yep.
No, I don't think that's the situation.
Well, I do, and I'm an outsider.
That's your life. Learn it, love it.
Yeah, exactly. We
Yeah.
just
Are you allergic to anything in life?
Huh?
Are you allergic to anything like bee
Men.
sting, shellfish, anything?
No.
You're not?
No.
Do you know how to
That was
stay
a good
away?
try,
Do you know
though.
how to stay away from other things that are bad for you? Like prison. Do you know how to stay away from prison?
Yes.
Okay. So you know it. You have the mental capacity to do it. Now you need to think of her as prison. She's bad for
But
you.
not in a good way.
Right.
Not in a good way.
Not like fantasy
those-
way.
Yeah, not in the fantasy way.
Right.
But you
Okay.
know how to
'Cause
stay
I
away
was
from
actually
things that are
enjoying the
bad for you. You
scenario.
just have to exercise your self-control. You just have to do it. You have to do it for yourself and do it for her.
But all bondage items available at jamiewhite.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not really buying the I can't. It's just that you don't. You don't.
Yep.
It's just really hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
That's
I learned-
valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not saying it's not hard.
But
we're
the
just saying
sooner you
don't
do
want
it, the
to.
sooner you can find something better for you.
Yeah. Move on to somebody else.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not even listening. She's so not even going to hear us and do
I know.
this.
I know.
I am. It's-
You're going to go right back to
Yeah.
your pattern, enjoy it.
It seems like a
I
lot of
just
people
feel
call
like I tried.
because you want
Try harder.
You want us to validate what
Yeah.
you're really doing. We want us to say,
Exactly.
yeah,
No,
you're doing the right
no.
thing, and that's why you call.
You're doing
No,
the wrong
I
thing.
really want.
No, you don't. Liar, liar, pants on fire. I'm not even arguing with you anymore.
Yeah,
Go away.
get a hobby, get a new hobby, go to different clubs, go to different coffee shops, get a different life.
And get new friends.
Or
Get
repeat
different
the
friends.
pattern. Whatever.
Start a band.
Here's Natalie, and she has a really good question, but you can't answer it until we come back because we have to take a break. Natalie,
Okay.
what's your question? And we'll think about it.
I am trying to get over an ex-fiance. We lived together for 5 years, but he passed away. And I'm now married, and I have a beautiful family, a little baby, and I feel like I'm not honoring my current husband.
Do you have a chapter about the hot dead guy?
Oh my
I think
God.
that's a different book. I think that's a different book.
Okay, all
Written
right.
by like
You're
a psychologist
insane.
or
You're
something.
absolutely insane. You are absolutely.
What? I just
listen to
wondered.
you every day and I go, she's actually insane. You are insane. The hot dead guy. This-
Jamie, Jack, and
We have Amiira and Greg Behrendt. Did I say it right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yay!
Way to go.
And they wrote a great book, a great, great book. It's called A Breakup because it's broken. And they will be at Borders Books tonight at 7:30, the one in Torrance. Borders Books tonight at 7:30, so you can go and personally meet them. He also wrote the book, He's Just Not That Into You, and he was a consultant on Sex and the City. Do you notice that these two whisper to each other a lot? Did you know?
Talking about us.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, we have been.
Like these guys have bad relationships.
Oh man, yeah.
like what
We're
do you-
judging. We're just over here judging,
Yeah,
and
like we do.
yeah.
Yeah, because what are you guys whispering about? It's making me paranoid. I don't like it.
No, we were just. We
What,
were saying.
what?
I was just telling Greg that in our book we have these psycho confessionals where people actually wrote into us like how they lost their minds and the crazy things they did, and I thought that you would enjoy those.
See,
so did I.
What it is
For
they're one
reading
of those
pleasure, not to
team-
compare to yourself.
If I had, remember Ally McBeal? I would shoot arrows out of my eyeballs.
I'm not saying that you're a psycho. I thought it'd be
I
some
feel
nice
that.
reading
I
for
feel
you.
the compliment.
What it really
No,
comes down to.
we were saying that because when people are going through breakups, they feel bad and they have compulsions, and then to realize that other people have done insane things, and then you ask yourself, well, where do people get pig's blood? But you know what I mean? It's like
I've never
people
done
have
anything
lost their
crazy.
minds.
You know what I do? I take the high road. I break up. I get out.
for
of
you.
there.
Oh, it's Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie's known as the queen of the high road.
Yeah, I
high
am
road.
the high road.
Understated Jamie is what we call her.
We call her
You
High
almost
Road
don't know
Jamie.
she's gone.
It's so true. I do a clean breakup. I
Right.
go, what? You don't want me? Okay, and I leave. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know what? I'm better
Right.
than this.
I
You
am
don't
not
mention it.
crawling through your doggy door.
I am not
robbing your
crawling
house.
through your doggy
Rubbing
door.
makeup on your 7
I
series.
am not.
Never
I'm
would do
not
that.
making you call the police to haul me
Stealing
away.
your trash in a limo. I would never.
Will not be in handcuffs
Right.
in Beverly Hills in front of a home.
I
Right.
will not be in your pool.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Oh, that
Jack
was my
peed
fault.
in the pool.
I wasn't even breaking up with him.
Jack
was
just
just for
did
fun.
it. Yeah,
Right.
Jack just did it because he felt bad for me, so he peed in the pool.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a friend.
Jack.
That's a true friend.
Yeah, Jack is a friend.
We
Jack
climbed the
is
fence, peed in the pool. Then Jamie passed out on a lawn chair, and I went home. It's a good day.
You see people?
See, so I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need to read those sections because I live those sections. All right, so when we last left, and it's a very special Therapy Tuesday, it was a chickaroo named Natalie, and she still thinks of her hot, dead ex-fiance. They were supposed to get married and all this stuff, and
He's a perfect guy.
he was the perfect guy,
Yeah, I mean,
Jack.
it's hard
Now
to
he's a
find
little
him.
stiff and smelly, but what?
He's dead.
Decomposing is never
And by the
pretty.
way, a live guy can never compete with a dead guy.
That is
No,
true.
a dead guy's always going to be better than you.
She's married. She has kids now, but she can't. I can't fight this feeling. It's an Air Supply song. Anyway, Natalie.
That's what the air
Yes.
supply was writing.
You know what? Just to let you know, he wasn't a perfect guy for me. But he was a good guy. But now that he's dead, it's like I can only think of the good things.
And how long were you guys engaged?
3 years.
And how did he die?
On a motorcycle.
Damn it! If he would have been going a
Get
little
rid of your
faster.
motorcycles, everybody.
You know what? If the border would have been
Especially in
going a
LA.
little faster, I could have had the same scenario. Damn it! All right,
Yeah,
maybe next
it's
time.
not even worth it.
All right, so now why you got married and you have babies?
Yeah. After him, I found like the perfect guy. And I was the girlfriend that wanted a clean break. I didn't take his phone calls. And so I guess a lot of
I
my
just had a bad
feeling
idea,
is guilt.
What,
Because
Jack? Wait, hold on. What's your bad idea?
We kill the new guy, then she'll really like him.
Oh yeah, that's a way
You
to
know?
no,
appreciate
I
him.
love my husband.
The way to her heart is to be dead.
Right.
You're right.
You're tough, but you're worth it for some
Just say
people.
to your husband, "You're dead to me."
Right.
No.
I mean, ultimately, you're going to have to get past this because you got kids and you're married to somebody
Right.
else.
And it sounds like you might be suffering a little bit from revisionist romance disorder, which is where we sort of rewrite
Those are big
the
words.
we rewrite the
Huge words.
relationship so it was all great and we only remember the best things and what we're now cheated out of by not being with them. You know, and it's hard to imagine what would
Right.
my life have been like if he had lived.
You
But-
know, it's not so much that because I know if he lived, I would have not have wanted to be with him. I would have wanted to be with my husband
You're not
now.
making any sense.
Yeah,
Okay, but listen.
Well, then stop thinking about him.
I was the one that had the clean break. I didn't take his phone calls, and in that time, he became self-destructive, went out drinking, got on his bike, and killed himself.
So you were already
So you're
broken up
blaming
with
yourself.
Him.
This is a
I
different
feel
Oprah.
like it's my fault.
You feel responsible. That's
Right.
And
Well,
this is not what the book is about.
yeah, it's not, and it's not really your fault. But what we would say in this case is you should definitely go seek therapy.
Yeah, because you killed him.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You gotta go deal with this clearly, and you need to do it. If not for yourself, for your
you're
for
right.
your
husband.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go deal with
But
it.
but you're
I have
not.
you guys, I have actually gone to therapy, and my therapist started crying. So I was like, oh, great, forget
Well, get
it.
a better therapist. They're
Get a
not supposed
different
to cry.
therapist.
Yeah.
It's hard
yeah.
to deal with
Get one that
murder.
can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
What is wrong with you two?
What? Jack and I are playing a little game
They're
of
giving
pong.
serious answers. You two over here saying you killed him.
She did kind of kill him.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she
didn't
did.
kill
Yes,
him.
she
Jack
did.
has to
She's
kill
not
himself.
She's totally responsible.
She's not responsible
Why
for his
did he?
actions.
Okay, why did he get on that bike? Why did he get on that bike drunk?
But Jamie, that's like you, like getting upset with your guy right now, and then he gets all bitter and
It's
and
totally my
drinks.
fault.
Yeah,
Dude, it
Jamie.
almost
That would
happened
be
2
your
weeks
fault.
ago.
Yes, it's my fault.
She tried to take him out 2 weeks ago.
Because I said,
dogs.
"Die, bitch, die!"
No, you're
and
crazy.
then he tried.
No.
Yeah.
You're
But
responsible
he's
for your
loving
own
enough
actions.
to
He was.
Oh my God, she's so responsible for that action
Oh my
of
God,
his.
you're crazy.
I'm
That's
not
so
crazy.
not true. That's so bad. It's not true.
Natalie,
If you were driving a motorcycle, it was your fault. You weren't. So
Natalie,
Hey,
if you
so
just
be
would have loved him a little
An
more, he
8-year-old
wouldn't be drinking.
Oh, an 8-year-old knows you don't drink and
My
get on a
God.
motorcycle.
He could
Holy
have been
cow.
alive if you were a nicer person.
Oh,
But
stop!
my God.
What's wrong
whatever.
with you?
What?
You're seriously cruel.
That's
I'm
not
not cruel.
nice.
I'm being
Brutal.
Jack, am I honest?
This chick's
Yeah,
got
she
issues.
made the therapist cry. She was so mean to that guy.
exactly. I mean, come on. You know
Oh
that
my
some people
God.
drive other people crazy where they do bad things. You don't think some people are responsible for other people's actions?
No.
No.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I don't. That's an excuse.
No, I think.
No. The
I
guy
think,
was no. Hey,
You
know
don't think
what?
that people can drive you insane?
No.
Yeah.
Only if you let him.
I think that some things can cause your actions. I think there are weird situations. For example, hers.
I don't agree.
That's not a weird. She broke up with him.
For example, I give Jack a big old bottle of tequila and tell him his life sucks.
Yeah,
You
go
know?
off the bridge.
Yeah.
I give
caused
Jack a
it.
loaded revolver every time a relationship ends in his life. Here, Jack.
So you're
I
saying
don't-
that's
I
not
don't feel
Stench's
responsible
fault?
at all.
Whatever.
It's not Stitch's fault.
Here's Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi. Isn't that sad that one chick killed that guy?
Oh.
Oh my
What?
God, you bro.
Oh, what? I'm just honest. Go ahead.
That's awful.
I know.
I'm going because I just got out of I was just dumped from a 5-year relationship. We were engaged. I recently just received my ring back,
That's nice.
and we're in the moving out stage. And I really want to not call her,
Yeah.
but a part of me really, really wants to get her back, and that's the part of me that's like winning right now.
Hey, okay, here's a couple things. Number one, she gave you back the ring, so that's brutal. And the other thing is when somebody breaks up with you, they've already broken up with you before they've said it. So she's beyond where you are. She doesn't want to get back together. And
Okay,
the best thing you can do is to just completely completely distance yourself from her right now. Build a fortress around yourself and not get involved with her, because ultimately, you know, at least you'd have a respect of her having she'll respect you and she'll respect your dignity by not trying to get her back.
Okay, and then on the second note, then she keeps like coming by and like
Yeah,
picking
tell her to
up
stop.
stuff.
Tell her to stop.
Cut her off.
Cut her off. We say in the book, get yourself a breakup buddy. If somebody,
breakup
you
buddy.
get yourself like one of your good friends. So like have your friend be there when she comes by to pick up her stuff or whatever excuse she uses to get back into your life.
And
Make
there's
sure that
another
you're
good
not
point,
there.
too.
Yeah.
In Jamie world, you can kill her and it'll be her fault.
Oh, that's great.
That's true.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say it to a guy though, because they'll do it.
You're tough. It's tough, man, and I feel your pain. But the best thing you can do right now is just be the man and step away from it.
Do you think I should not be here then when she comes to
Absolutely
pick up?
not.
Absolutely. Do not be there.
Get your best friend to be there. Get someone there and have that person be like, "You got 10
I
minutes.
know, but
get
what's
in, get
great
your stuff, and
about
get
that?
out."
But what's great about that is now with him not being there and stuff, it's going to drive her insane, and she's going to even want him more.
Right, and then he'll.
Do you think it's fair for me to be like kind of like rude like that?
No,
Because
don't be rude.
We broke up. She broke up because it was 100% my fault.
I think. Oh, why? What'd you do?
What'd you do?
I've had a drinking problem for the past year, and
What the hell with you people?
I don't know. I've been sober for the past 2 weeks, and
Okay, that's not enough time. Okay, first
crazy.
off,
I
I'm
know
so.
it's only 2 weeks, but I mean the days can't really go by fast enough.
No.
for-
But here's the deal. Here's the
for
deal,
the
dude. Here's the
holidays.
deal. I'm sober 9 years. Okay, so what you need to do is
I've been
stay-
sober 9
is-
weeks.
You need to have some dignity. You need to not be around when she's around, and you need to get sober, stay sober, and be. I mean, that's the thing you need to work on right now. That's your primary objective.
Yeah,
is staying
let's
sober
have a
every
life
day.
for Jeremy.
Yeah, let the relationship figure itself out later on. All right.
Yeah, you don't need any more drama. You got to figure out
You can
how to.
and you have a place to be now. You can go be at a meeting when she comes over, or however you're doing it.
Okay, and your book's for sale at Barnes and Noble.
You got it,
correct?
brother.
Yeah,
That's
he'll be
right.
there tonight in Torrance at 7:30. You guys can talk about how
At the
he's
Borders.
still cool without drinking.
Yep.
No, he
Thanks,
totally
guys.
is. I'm not kidding. Jeremy, you can be like him. I mean, he's got his life together. He's got a smoking hot wife, 2 kids, success, the whole 9 yards. And so my guess is he learned his priorities, and so should you.
Yeah,
Well,
I did
I'm
it
not
on the
there
back of
yet.
a breakup.
When you say things like that, it just makes me regret that I wouldn't be able to share that kind of stuff with her. You know.
You know what? You're gonna share it with somebody else, bro. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna move on. Trust me. Best thing ever happened to me was I got dumped and I wasn't sober and I had to get it together and it changed my life for the better. So you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great, man. This is gonna be a good time for you. Just go stay sober. That's all you need to do.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. Good luck, Jeremy. All right, bye. Oh, yeah, I think you made him cry.
He sounds so
sad at the end.
Yeah.
I know,
You
but
know what happens when they get sad?
It's tough. I know. Like you're the worst. You seriously, like you are black. You are black on the inside. All of your heart is made of coal.
What? What? I'm just
You're so
saying. You
black.
cry, you know.
It's just
I
so
know.
black. It's gonna
Email
be
Jamie,
good.
Jack, and Stench now.
Have your sunglasses on like a cool guy.
I have to read with them.
What? Huh?
Thank you for reminding me. We always make fun of me because they're prescription. So when I have to look at something, I read with them. But then I leave them on sometimes, and I had them on in the airport the other day.
I have
and
an
I was
idea.
like, what a loser.
Why don't you get some that aren't sunglasses?
I do, but then I have to carry 2 pairs of glasses around, so I have to. You know what it is.
Aren't there those kind that like go to the
I,
side? You
those
know?
I don't want. The ones that go from light to dark.
Yeah.
That's very 1974. I
Or
feel.
why don't you get regular clear ones and then get that big old yellow thing that goes over your eyes like my grandma wears?
Yeah, those
Those
are
are
good
hot.
looking. Yeah, or
Those
the
are
clip
hot.
on. I can get the clip on baseball ones
Yeah.
that flip up.
Oh yeah, sexy.
That's a hot look.
That's cool.
Very sexy.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Here's the deal. It is a very special Therapy Tuesday. We have 2 co-authors of the book. It's called A Breakup Because It's Broken. And they are going to be signing this book tonight, actually at 7:30 p.m. in Torrance at Borders Books. And you can go and see them there and have them sign it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's right. I think
We'll be
that's
doing a
right.
Q&A.
Right? Oh, very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Now,
And signing baseballs. So I don't know. But that's weird, but we're gonna do that as well.
You know what I like? I like that you do it all. I really do because you are a consultant. We're a consultant on Sex and the City. You wrote the book. He's just not that into you. You were on Oprah, and now I see that you're also coming out with a DVD.
Yeah, I've been a stand-up for 15 years. That's how I started. So,
my God.
yeah.
You're
so
very
I have a
busy.
DVD coming out. Yeah, it's called Greg Behrendt is Uncool. Comes out on Warner Brothers November 15th.
Can I ask
it
you
drops.
something?
That's when it drops.
Drops, dude. Drops. Why aren't you wearing your shirt that says it drops when it drops?
I have a jacket that I'll be wearing.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not taking away from you, Greg. Okay, maybe a little, but here's the deal. You're a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Now, your wife, Amiira, who is here with us right now, and she co-wrote the book with you, seems like a really down-to-earth, good mom, faith-seeking, picket fence, but yet still cool, still got the, a cool vibe going on. but together, how does that happen? How does one who seems like she has it together meet a comedian and think that's a good catch?
Hair salon.
Hair salon.
Hair salon. Yeah.
What does that mean?
We met at a hair salon.
Yeah,
is
we
where
were both
met.
in foils,
Yeah, so
getting highlights.
Yeah. So
we were a captive audience for each other.
Yeah, we had vanity in common. And
Yeah,
that was
we
sort
did.
Of where, that's sort of where
We were
hooked
under
up.
the dryers.
Oh,
and
so
sort of-
he could have been doing anything.
Well, we actually met a couple of times, and I never remembered him.
Yeah.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
Wow,
People
that
meet you and
is.
you're like,
yeah.
I met you
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Exactly.
The
And I
first
was
two times I've been like, we
uh.
met before. She's like, no, I don't remember you. I'm like, at my house. It was at my house, actually, at a party, and she didn't. And then I met her at a concert in Seattle, and she didn't
And
remember
that's
me
weird
there
because he
either.
was an alcoholic, but he remembers you.
Yeah, I was sober then.
He was sober then.
Okay, good.
I was newly sober when we met. And
Oh.
yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, we were not each other's type for sure.
Yeah.
Like Amiira was an executive at a record company, and I was an open micer. So
Yeah.
truly,
I just don't see the.
a newly sober open micer with
But yeah, you
with
guys work.
cow
It
seat
works.
covers
It
in
works.
my car.
Yeah, he pulled up with cow seat covers on our first date, and
Yeah.
I said to myself, just get in the car. Just get in the car. They're just seat covers. Just get in the car. Don't judge.
Once I broke up with a guy because I was at the Four Seasons with my girlfriend, and he picked me up in his monster truck.
Yeah.
I know, but here's the thing. But maybe if you look
can't
past
be
the
in
monster.
Beverly Hills at the Four Seasons and be picked up in a monster truck.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
but you never
can't.
know. What if you didn't look past the monster truck and he ended up being a really decent guy?
I doubt he is.
He was, but she still crucified him.
I know, that's the thing. That's what people do.
I doubt it. Anyway, hey.
That's our new book. Look past the monster truck. If you
Yeah.
can. It's a lot.
If
It's
you
a lot
can,
to look
yeah.
past it, but look past the monster truck.
All right, now this is a question I don't think you two are equipped to deal with, but good luck. Here's Steve. Hi, Steve.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. In a nutshell, married about 21 years. Package looks great on the outside. Beautiful wife. Money's fine. 2 kids, dog, nice house, nice vacations. And a few months ago, my wife just started saying that she's just really not into it anymore, or into me anymore, I should say. So, trying to be proactive. Talked a while, got a counselor lined up, went to counseling for a few sessions. Nothing developed out of that at all.
Did she ever mention to you that your phone could drive somebody insane?
Yeah.
My phone?
Yeah, it's staticky.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay, not your fault. Anyway, go ahead.
Went through counseling a few sessions, and she basically said that, she didn't like the counselor, didn't believe anything she was saying, and I said, well, okay, you pick a counselor. Let's do something. I want to work on this. And it's just been like a
You're all right
stalemate
over
ever
there?
since.
Wait, hold on. Somebody dropped. Are you okay?
She's
Are you all
throwing
right?
Stuff. She fell asleep.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. Oh, good, good.
I'm okay.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, and so she picked the counselor, and now what?
No, I picked the counselor,
Oh.
and we went a few times. And after the sessions, she just said she didn't like the counselor, and I said, "Well, pick another one. Let's do something here." And it's just been like a stalemate ever since.
She's out, dude.
Oh, don't
She's
tell
done.
him
I
that.
hate
You're
to say it.
hurting him.
No, it's the flip, but she's just not
You're
that
no
into you.
Dr. Phil. You're supposed to be helping him.
That is help.
But it is help. It is help. Truly,
No,
I mean,
he's supposed to say, like, if you care about stuff, you, like, try, and here's my book.
Right.
Family first and family
first.
matters.
family first, family matters.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
Read the book Family
she
First,
doesn't
Family
want.
Matters.
She doesn't want it bad enough. Ultimately, she's just not that into you. She doesn't want it bad enough.
Yeah, and you can't make somebody want
Love
to
you.
work towards something. Maybe you should have the conversation. Is there anything I can do? Is there anything that you're willing to do to work on this? But
Oh, I've had that
And what'd she
conversation.
and what'd she say?
She just says, "No, I'm just kind of not into it. I'm numb. I don't know what I want." But
Hey,
the
Steve,
feeling
can I tell you something?
Yeah, please.
Because I've been this married woman.
Okay.
We don't believe you're ever going to leave us.
Yeah.
And so we just start treating you like crap
Yep.
because we don't believe you're ever going to leave. And when you guys all of a sudden like flip that script and go, you know what? If there's not anything that you can do, then let's do that. And then all of a sudden you're like, huh? And it might actually go away because she doesn't believe it's going to go away and she's just treating you like crap.
It might motivate her to at least work on it. But what you need to do is take control of the reins and also realize
You're
that
a puppy.
and there's kids in the mix,
And she can kick you.
and they're the priority. So you need
Yeah.
to bolt, dude.
Well, I've said that. I've told her, hey, look at the example we're showing the kids every day.
No, I know,
They're not
but
stupid.
I know, but now you got to do something. Take an action. You need
She
to make a
doesn't believe
decision.
he'll
You need to
ever do
bolt. You
anything.
need to get out of the house or whatever. However you guys are going to split up, you need to split it up.
She knows she owns your balls.
Okay.
Is
She
there
does.
a chance she's like eyeing someone else or having an affair or anything like that?
Nope.
Yep.
Because if the chances are all of a sudden you're just not into it, It's usually not just to go.
I
Like,
don't
I
know.
want to go be
Sometimes
by myself.
Stench, I mean, I understand, and there is an affair, but sometimes you guys just get on our nerves. And we
Yeah.
just feel like we own you and, like, you're never going to go away.
That's true.
And we want that, like, desire of a little bit of jealousy and all that instead of that guy that's always around us.
But isn't it weird though? I mean, it's like like they've already tried. They've already made some attempts, and it's still not working. She's not into the therapy. She's not into any
She
of this.
hates him.
I would say then we're done. I'm out of here. Let me get my stuff. Let's figure out what we're doing with the kids, and I'm out of here. And that's the most decisive, bold move that he could make. That would inspire her. If she's going to do anything, that would inspire it.
Right, because right now he's just annoying to her. Because he's like, let's try, I love you. And he's crying and stuff. She's like, ugh.
Yeah. And sadly, sometimes people wake up and they're just not that into you anymore, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and you don't
happened
want
to me a
you don't want to
lot.
spend the rest of your life, you know.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. But sometimes it's nice because then you get to try others. Anyway, here's John. John?
Hi.
You got to turn down your radio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Been dating this girl for a year and a half. She popped the question of having a kid, and all of a sudden she stopped talking to me about a month ago. And I've been trying to call her, no such luck.
What do you mean she popped the question about having a kid?
She told you
She
she's
wanted-
pregnant, or she asked
No.
you to have a kid with her?
She wanted to have a kid with me.
Run!
And
That's
then
what I meant.
she never called again?
And then she never called again back. And just, should I keep trying to get a hold of her?
Run, John Boy,
I think
run.
she changed her
No,
mind.
she changed her mind. You know what people do sometimes when something is failing? It's kind of like when doing your last rep, lifting weights. It's like
I
you
never
push really
tried
hard and you go, I want to marry you. I want to have a kid. No, I don't. You know what I mean? Like it's the last. It might have
That
been
was
like
the
her
dumbest
last
example
effort.
I've ever heard in my
No,
life.
it's true.
I don't really get it.
I think people make an
I mean, I
effort.
could
They-
lie and
they
say I do.
You know, like when people say, "Let's get married," and that, like you'll hear people go, "He asked me to marry him," and then the next day want to break up. It's like you make this effort, thinking that it's going to
No,
make
but I mean the
force you in
weightlifting
the
thing. Will you
direction.
tell me that like again?
It's the last, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
well, that
it
was a
works
good
in
one.
some. You know, when I do seminars at the gym, people get it. You know, when I'm at Gold speaking, people understand. Yeah, that last rep where you're trying to get it up and you're putting everything into it, but ultimately you can't make it.
Michelle,
Very.
Yeah.
we have to take a break. What's your question? We'll answer it when we come back.
My question is, how can you get past something like your ex-husband has to come pick up the kids every other weekend and whatnot? You can't distance yourself. They're always there.
That's
Right.
a good
Oh, I
one.
can answer that one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Greg and Amira Behrendt are a little over us.
Yeah, they're afraid of us.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not even.
No, it's okay.
Wow.
It happened.
I'm
The
eyeing
first
your
hour
popcorn.
was fun for them, but now it's wearing off.
Now they're
No,
like,
it's-
please let us go home.
No, yeah, it's okay. Like we're short-term people.
And in fact, you didn't see through the sunglasses. That was a sign like, hey, we're going to leave.
Yeah.
And you kind of
Oh,
talked
right.
them down from those.
That's so crazy.
No, it's okay.
We
It's
just
okay.
want to go, talk about our book, and leave.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys are the weirdest date. We were having a fine time, and now you guys are imploding on our date. We were having a great time.
Here's the deal. They wrote a book. It's called The Breakup Because It's Broken, and you can see them in person with a little Q&A. It's tonight in Torrance at Borders at 7:30 p.m. Again, it's at Borders. That's Borders and Torrance.
It's at Bordner's.
It's at Borders.
I've fallen off the wagon. It's at Bordner's all afternoon. I'll be laying on the floor at Bordner's in Hollywood, drinking and crying into my book.
Borders and Torrance at 7:30 tonight, and we hope you guys go out and see them. And I think this is going to be one of those books that takes off, and you'll see him on Oprah again. That's my guess. But hopefully, you'll talk to your wife and not to you. Here is.
You're adorable. You are adorable.
Well, I just feel sorry for the other co-writer. Anyway.
We're going to be on the Today Show all next week.
Oh, you are?
3 days on the Today Show next week. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
She's going to outshine you. Janet, hi.
Hey
That's
there.
fine with me.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
We are lovely. What was your question?
Well, before I ask my question, I just wanted to say a quick thing about a previous comment. That 41-year-old guy with the waterbed seems preferable to me than like a guy who's been divorced, you know, with like all the baggage of child support and alimony and
Wow,
the
good
ex-wife.
angle.
Hey, I'm right here, tramp.
That's a good angle. That far more desirable. I get it.
Yeah, because I was involved in one situation, you know, with like that, and there's the whole financial aspect, and it ended up breaking up because it was too hard for the guy to, you know, whatever. So that's just my angle on it. It's like the 41-year-old guy may still be wearing
This lady really wants a
his
waterbed.
clothes.
I know.
You know, but he's
right. I
So that's
understand
what
the
we're
first
saying.
time.
a
We're
little
saying-
bit cleaner slate. But anyway,
Right.
my question is this:
I hate you.
ever since reading your first book and seeing you on Oprah, I've just been, of course, like everybody else, dying to ask you 1,000 questions about
Okay.
50 different relationships. And of
Right.
course, it's not possible
That's
to
right.
have a.
Yeah, didn't you want to do a one-on-one with her?
Yes, I wanted to come to her house.
Yeah, why don't you go tonight to Torrance at 7:30?
Yeah, well, that's a good idea, but I still can't ask the 1,000 questions about the
I bet you
Right.
could.
relationship.
I bet. Would you answer like at least a few of them?
I would do 214 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll make sure I have the list.
Okay.
So anyway, the question is, I thought, and I know this happens with other books that, you know, people think, well, these are great ideas, and I'd love to have support from other people because I can't have the author living in my
What are you
house.
saying, Janet?
Ask your question.
What I'm saying is there a support group that you know of in different cities, like I'm in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Is there a support group of women or women and men or people who I
we
can
get
go
what a
on?
support
Oh my
group
God!
is.
Do you know what you do? Let me touch that, Janet.
Yeah.
Here's the question: is there a support group for your books? Not. There's a support group. I live in L.A. Not in other cities. I live in L.A.
For
not
men,
for
women, women who have dogs.
Just a simple. Hey, is there a support group for your books? How about that?
Well, that sounds great, and thank you for helping me.
I'm
with
just
that.
helping you because we're in brevity is key.
Okay, so that's the question. Any support groups?
There are no support groups that I know of, but I do know for a fact.
Way to go, Greg.
Thanks for
I
that.
I do. I'm sorry. I don't know of any support groups for the book, but I do know that women have started book clubs and gotten together and discussed the book.
Online, like, can she go online and
Well,
discuss?
she
could
can
probably
form
go
one.
online. Yeah, she
Get
could
together at
start-
Sizzler with a bunch of other chatty broads.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Fresh Tastics food bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Come
thought
down-
maybe there might be something on your website where people could go, you know, interact with others and form a group like that.
Yeah, why didn't you do that, dummy?
My
a
my
chat board.
website's being rebuilt soon, so there may be something like that on
You
there.
can go to jamiewhite.com and just talk.
Yeah.
Some of those people are nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just saying, like on a regular basis, like an AA group, it would be great to say, hey,
What's wrong with you, Janet?
what's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
honestly, let's talk about this. What the hell?
Okay, well, I mean, there's just a lot of
Let's just deal with yesterday. What happened?
Okay, well, what's happening with is I'm not in a relationship right now, and okay, here's one example. A guy I meet over an internet dating site. We get together once. He says he has a great time. Let's get together the following Saturday, and I don't hear from him.
Shocker.
He didn't like you. He was trying to be nice.
So anyway, I
That's
just
right.
decided to drop it, and I happened to be out of town, but he knew he could always
yesterday.
leave a message on my home phone, and there wasn't one. So 2 days after the date that we were supposed to go on, he then leaves a message saying, "Hey, what happened? I didn't know how to get in touch with you, etc." And I said, "Well, you could have left a message on my home phone. I was checking messages every day." And he said, "Oh, well, I just operate off my cell phone." So, and,
Is
you
it
know,
still
and
the
just
same
kind of
day?
those kind of
Yes.
excuses.
It's still
He says-
yesterday.
He says he sent an email and I never received it.
Right.
This kind of stuff. And so what happened recently is he said, "Well, sorry, I skipped that date. So it'll never
There are no-
happen again. Let's go out
That's my
one day
skull.
this week," and I still haven't heard from him.
There are no mixed messages, Janet.
Pardon?
There are no mixed messages. It's just too messy. Get rid of them.
You need book one.
Yeah, get rid of them.
I'm reading book one still again.
Get rid of him.
Read it as much as you can. Don't talk to anybody, just
It's
read.
just not enough. You know the thing is called he's just not that into you. He might be into you enough to make a phone call, but he's not into you enough to see you. Get rid of him.
And what about
We're
about
done.
phone calls?
The
Like
end.
calling just to talk, even if there's a date set up next week. Does that say anything about a guy?
Huh?
I'm saying if.
That's a good one.
He doesn't call to talk.
That's a good one. Do you know the answer?
Come see me tonight at the bookstore in Torrance.
Yeah. I think that's the only way we're going to get, because people are waiting.
And if you're a man and you've dated a woman named Janet anytime in the last few days, break up with her today because this could be her.
That wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
She's hurting.
She's over-explaining person.
She's
Drive me
hurting.
crazy.
She's hurting.
I tried to kill myself with a microphone during that whole conversation.
Email.
Are here, Behrendt are here. And he wrote the book originally. He's just not that into you. You saw him on Oprah. Oprah just loved him. Then he made millions. And now they wrote another book. And this one is called It's called A Breakup Because It's Broke. Well, you know, once Oprah gets you on.
Right. You're
Turn
pretty
into
much
Janet
set.
for a second.
Oh, yeah.
You turned into Janet, the last caller,
Janet,
for a second.
Why?
Taking a while to explain that book. I was like, what's happening?
But is now being like Oprah's pick, like being in the mafia, do you owe her now? If
She
she
own your
calls,
soul?
I'd eat a plate of fire ants for her.
right?
Yeah, I mean, if she needed me, I'd be there. Definitely.
You're
She
there.
changed my
She has a
life.
problem with Stedman. You guys are. You're
but-
up there.
Whatever
See,
she
Stench,
needs.
what I was doing in case nobody had heard of them is when you say that he's been on Oprah, and it's
huge.
very, like everybody automatically buys the next book because he's been on Oprah. So
Right.
I was actually helping him.
Very much helping us.
Helping.
Yeah, see, that helps.
very much
Oprah
helps.
is not only a helper, she's a career maker.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is.
Look what she did for Rosa Parks.
Greg will have his own cable channel soon.
She totally got her resting in state because, like, she had her on and stuff, don't you think?
What?
Anyway, Borders, Torrance, 7:30 tonight. Borders, Torrance, 7:30 tonight. And you guys will be there signing books, yeah?
Signing books, yeah.
And
And mending hearts, really.
do you have a support group?
We're going to get a support group going. We're going to get one going now.
Jack, you know what we should do?
At your behest.
Here's the thing. We have dadjack.com
Yes.
and jamiewhite.com. You and I, could get a support group based off of all his
There
lunatic
you go.
readers.
We'll take his overflow.
All these broken hearters that are hanging on like big old dingleberries, and we can act like, hey.
We'll just sit in a circle and talk really softly.
Yeah, and we'll charge them like $2 for each answer we give them.
I like it.
We can make millions.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Because she said she had 1,000 questions, right?
She had
Yes.
1,000 questions.
So that's $2,000.
Yeah.
Just off one lady.
Yeah, Jack, come on.
But can you imagine she could never get to the question? She couldn't even get one question out. She had 1,000 of them.
That's true.
Yeah, you do have to see her in person.
All right, and by the way, like we said, Borders, Torrance tonight, 7:30. Here's Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hey, I'm the person who originally called with the sister dating the guy with the waterbed.
Oh,
My
yeah.
phone-
Yeah,
The phone stopped to cut me off, sorry.
Might have
My
been me.
problem isn't with the breakup. I'm glad she dumped the guy because he wouldn't commit, but she can't seem to get past it.
How long's it been?
So, 4 months. I mean, she's like gotten back on Match.com, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
She's gone on a couple dates, but she still just cries over the guy. Like, oh, we used to love when Harry met Sally, and I'm like, okay, get over it, lady. I don't know what to do. Is there anything else she should be doing to help?
Well, I'd get her the
over it?
book. I would get her the book because there's lots of. I'm not just kidding.
Yeah, that's true.
There's lots of good stuff in there, and we have 7 commandments, things that you need to do to get over a person. You know.
Is she still talking to the ex?
No, not at all. But she just still has.
Well,
those
can
things
I-
about, maybe.
Hey,
the
Mary.
Yeah.
Okay, you chuckled about the book, but you know that he's just not that into you. Helped millions of women. And so when people can't get over the breakup and they call it a breakup because it's broken, it seems to me like a good purchase. And that way you don't have to deal with it anymore.
Oh, well, I kind of already figured I'd get it for her for Christmas, but I was just hoping maybe
I'd do
that's
it
an idea
sooner.
I could give it to her now.
Yeah, I'd do it now. I would.
Yeah, it's worth it.
And just keep reminding her if he was really that great, you'd still be together.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's just I don't know. She just seems to have such a hard time with it, and I just thought maybe there's.
She's got to keep
Yeah.
doing things.
It's
to
in
make,
the book,
she's
right?
Gotta, yeah,
It's
she's
all
got-
in the book, but you just have to keep telling her a loan means available for somebody awesome. There's a flip side to being broken up, and it's a point of reinvention for yourself. So it's an opportunity as well as a breakup, and she should take
An
it.
opportunity. It's
It's an
Okay.
opportunity.
Right.
That's the mantra. Got it.
It's an
Got it.
opportunity. All right. She's nuts. Macy, hi. Macy.
Hi.
Hi. What's wrong? Why are you sad?
Oh, I've been in my relationship for like 5 years,
Uh-huh.
on and off, and we're back together, and we live together, and we've been together for about 6 months. I have a daughter; she's 1, and we raise her like she's ours. And it seems
Whose
like
is she?
she's someone else's. She's mine, but she's another guy's.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. Every time we get back together, it's great for like a month, and then we just don't talk anymore. Like we both love each other, and he's like my best friend, and I'm his.
Is he your best friend? Does your best friend not talk to you? Is he your best friend?
Ooh,
He's
that's
not
a
your
good
best friend. That's stuff people say all the time, and we both really love each other. Really? Because I love Amiira, and I can't stop talking to her. So you don't really love each other.
Greg's getting mad.
Well, it's so funny. It's like these people talk to themselves. They talk
Okay,
themselves
well,
into
when
these
we're
things.
not in a relationship, we're a lot better.
Well, then don't be in a relationship because then you guys have that. That's
Can
the
you
perfect
just
relationship
listen to
for
that
you.
sentence? You should
Yeah.
say that again.
We can. Oh,
Macy?
No, I've known that. For a long time.
Then you need to be out of it because it's not good for you, and it's definitely not good for your daughter. Right? Daughter. It's definitely not good for your daughter. Like people always say, that, like we're best friends. Well, best friends talk to each other, and when people are in love with each other, they treat each other really well. And when they aren't in love with each other, they don't. And obviously you can't seem to make that work because you guys have gotten back together.
Black and white. There's no gray work on it, anything like that.
No, you guys have worked on it. You've been on and off for years. How much more working on it are you going to do? Yeah? I mean that in the best way. I'm sure you're a stone cold super fox.
But you guys are keeping each other from moving on to something better.
Yeah.
But that's not what she wants to hear, you guys. She wants to hear you guys say it's okay for her to still be in this horrible relationship.
Exactly what
I know, but guess
Please
what?
tell her it's okay to be in this bad relationship that she's not happy in. Please tell her.
Can't do it.
Tell her.
Can't do it.
Right, Macy? Isn't that
Can't
what you
do
want to
it.
hear?
No.
Yes, it
I
is.
just want to know,
I know.
if there's something that can be worked on.
It's okay, Macy. Stay for the kid.
It's not even his
That's
kid.
what she wants to hear.
I
The
know.
kid likes the kid likes the guy.
You have been working on it, and if not, you would be in therapy doing something about it. But the fact of the matter is, it just doesn't work. It doesn't sound like it's working.
Because you said the sentence yourself, we're better apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get along better when
Great, then
we talk to each other.
then you
when
guys
we're
should be
together,
apart.
and this is the first time we've had ever had a baby, so we don't have a lot of time for each other.
I think you know the answer.
What do you want them to say? Like, what are you hoping for? What's your ideal situation?
I don't know. Do you really think there's such thing of meeting somebody and you're in love and you treat each other with the utmost respect for the rest of your life? You really think that exists?
I'd like to think so, yeah. Because my mom and dad did it, and because I feel like I'm doing it now.
I think people in that generation, they just stay together to get through it.
Well, you're wrong. Because my parents
I don't
didn't stay.
think so.
That wasn't my experience. My parents loved each other until my mom died, and they still love each other. So they didn't stay together.
My grandparents are still together, and they love each other.
Well, there you go. Now there's another
My
example.
parents been together for 40
he
years,
beat
and
her
they're
for
a pain
probably
in the
10
ass.
years of their relationship.
Well, that's messed up. And here's the thing.
It is, but now they love each other
I don't
and
know.
they see each other
Oh
great.
my gosh.
Yeah.
It's your friend.
I know.
I'm buttoned up.
Okay, either way, I get the point. Jamie, you're cool. I like to listen to you, but I get your point. So
I'm
thank
not
you
saying
very much.
I'm not saying anything, Macy. I'm watching because I've been you, and we've all been you, and it hurts so awful. It's horrible, and you want it to work, and you love him, you adore him, and now you have this baby, and you just want to wring his neck because you want him to try harder, and you want him to fix stuff, and instead he walks away, or he doesn't try hard enough, and you feel like you're always trying, and he's never trying, and you just want to strangle him, but yet you love him. And then when you guys are apart, then he's so caring and so kind and so considerate.
No, it's not even so much that. It's just we're on and off. If he's on, I'm off. If I'm on, he's off.
It sounds bad.
Were you dating him before you had the baby?
Yeah.
And then you guys broke up and you had a baby with somebody else? So
that's
there's
a-
probably
We were-
some resentment there.
We were engaged, and I left him, and then I got pregnant with someone else.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have a little anger
It sounds messy.
because he has to pretend like this is okay.
Like it doesn't bother him.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's just so messy, and it's bad. And it's
Where's
not
the
good for
baby
the
daddy?
kid.
He's in the picture, but not really.
What about him? Was he like okay?
No, I left my boyfriend, and I pretty much drank for a year, and that's how I got pregnant.
What's with all you drinkers this morning?
Holy moly, man!
It was just no. Okay, well, Macy.
What you really need to think about is the welfare of your child and what's best for
Oh,
your
we forgot
child.
about that, yeah.
And the thing that's best for your child is if you, the mother, are the best you can be, and the relationship you're living in is a stable one, and maybe that relationship is without the guy.
See what
Maybe
I
it's
mean,
just
Greg?
you, but you have to be a responsible parent and fix yourself and work on making yourself happy and complete and fulfilled without this person who you're just not in sync with.
Greg, look what I'm saying.
If he's on again, if he's on when you're off and you're off
your
when he's
wife
on, like it's
altogether.
just not a
she
match as
something?
much as you would like it to be
Come on.
one.
She totally gets it.
I know she does.
She's like
the
together.
best. She's the best.
I'm like, then there's you.
I'm Frankie. I don't have to be her. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of writing the books with.
Are you
the
still
women,
drinking?
You know. No, I'm fine. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not still drinking? Well, that's good.
Yeah, you're on your.
You're on your way, but you have to start. You want great things for yourself and want great things for your child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was because I was young, and when we got together, I was really young, and
I know,
and that's
but
why things weren't.
Well, now
very-
you're
but
old.
now
and
you're
it's still
less.
the same.
Now you're less young, and it's still not working.
All right, less young, whatever.
right.
Yep.
It's not gonna work better
feel
tomorrow
like
or
you brought
next
her
year
down.
or 5 years from now.
I feel like you're making her sad.
No, we're not
But
making
it's
Macy
it's an
sad.
opportunity. Like if you move away from each other, you both can go towards your next thing, which is going to be better than this because this is only okay. You said it yourself. You're better without each other.
Unless you really, really like drama, then you should stay in it because it sounds dramatic and unfulfilling.
And
really,
drama's good for the kids.
It's really not dramatic. We don't.
All
There's
right.
no
it's just
fighting or
nothing.
anything
Okay.
like that.
All right. Well, Macy, good luck to you. We wish you all the best and whatever else I'm supposed to say that's PC.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know what to say to her. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God, it was so clear cut. Get out of the relationship. It was so clear
I
cut.
know, but she doesn't want to. Didn't you?
But
hear
they don't
that?
fight. They just don't get along.
Everything that we said, she's like, no, it's not really that. No, it's not really
No,
that.
it is, but you want to go, yeah, no, but it's actually, I think it actually is completely that. That's exactly what it
No,
is.
it's not really that.
No,
You
it
see,
is exactly that.
No, we don't do that.
Oh my God.
No, we don't do that.
People
Email Jamie, Jack, and Stench.